Okay, so in video number one, I showed you how to make these lovely little whoopie pies, how to make the dough for them, and how to put them out on your pan. So now I'm going to show you guys how to fill your whoopie pies and a couple little tips and tricks for you. So again, I've baked my whoopie pies in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes and till they're firm, which means that the tops of them are firm and not smushy. And you can see I've got two little pieces here, and so we're just going to make a sandwich. And if they're a little bit uneven, that's okay. You don't always get two perfect ones when you're working with something kind of like that. But if you really want to make a statement, if you want to make these like super duper perfect, which I am kind of a perfectionist, so I do want to make mine super duper perfect. Get yourself a football shaped cookie cutter, which is what I have here. And you can just use your cookie cutter after you bake these. You can use your cookie cutter to cut out around, and you will have a little bit of extra cookie, but you can always eat that. So you can use your cookie cutter to cut through these if you want to, and that will make you a perfect football shape. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. And then that way you know that they'll be exactly the same size. They'll be consistent in shape and size. And you can eat the rest. Yay! So that's what I did here. And then what I'm going to do to fill these, there's a couple different options that you can use for filling. I'm using just regular buttercream. And I've put it into a disposable piping bag with the tip cut off. And so all I'm going to do to fill it is just squirt a little bit in the middle and then put my top layer on my whoopie pie. Okay, so you have a nice little layer of filling in between with your cake. And then to decorate the top, I just make a line this way and then make some little hash marks across with my buttercream. So you have a football. And obviously that's a little bit thick, so you may want to use a thinner. I just cut the tip off of one that I already had ready, but you can cut it a little bit thinner so that the line on top of your football is a little bit thinner. And the other thing that you can do is if you want to use the team colors for whatever team that you're cheering for, you can color your buttercream. So you can make it any color that you want to do and have that as your filling. You can also use sprinkles. And when you fill your cookies, then just roll the sides of them in some different colored sprinkles if you want to. You can also use marshmallow cream filling. I like to make a marshmallow fluff cream filling and put that in between here. You can fill it with a mixture of icing and some sort of a jam if you want to. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with these. And then for serving, all you got to do is just put them on a cool little plate. But like I said, I like to just fill them with regular buttercream, and then that way it's a little more like a traditional cake and icing kind of combo. So there's just some little things that you can do once you've got your whoopie pies baked. And you can see these are a little bit on the thick side. So if you want your whoopie pies to be a little thinner, if you want the cookie part of it to be a little thinner, then you can always thin that out on your pan when you bake it. But I like mine to be nice and thick so you get a good amount of cake or cookie with your icing. So that's how you make a football whoopie pie. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Again, the recipe for these will be on the videos so that you can take a look at the recipe and not have to try and write it down. And then if you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, enjoy. Happy baking.